Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anastasia. Welcome everybody. Today is another backdrop review with a beautiful balloon garland. I am trying to work with lots and lots of colors. Again, similar colors, but very different at the same time. I will tell you all about it a little bit later. And now let's go and see what kind of backdrop I'm reviewing today. The company I am working with today is Mocsicka Party Backdrop. I hope I pronounced that right. If not, here's the name of the company so you guys can read it yourself. So this is one of the backdrops that they sent me, and I am excited to open this up and see how it looks. I know exactly what it is, but I am curious to know how everything looks printed on fabric. So this backdrop is cotton fabric, and they tell us that they print this backdrop on wrinkle resistant fabric, which is awesome. They also tell us that this backdrop can be washed in a washing machine and dried in the dryer, which is great. Enough talking, you guys. Let's see what we're working with today. My first impression is that this backdrop is very pigmented in color, which is awesome. I like it. And the minus for me is, you guys, this backdrop does not have a pocket on top, which is a minus for me, because now I need to think of a way how to attach this backdrop to my backdrop frame. Gonna be an easy fix, but I prefer my backdrop to have a pocket. I will probably sew a pocket myself. It's definitely doable, and I hope I'm not gonna take a lot of height out of this backdrop. So let's go make a pocket. I will show you how to do that with safety pins and hang it on our backdrop. First, clean this all up and then hang this on our frame. Things first, lay your backdrop flat on the floor. Enough room to spread the whole thing flat on the floor, so this will do. This will work. To make a pocket, I need to fold the top of my backdrop over, just like that, around like 5 inches. Grabbing safety pins and starting to pin both of my fabrics, this fold together. Spacing out my safety pins, not too far and not too close. I need to take it down and make a smaller fold because my backdrop right here, it's a little too short, and I want for the backdrop to touch the floor. I always do that with my backdrops. I can't stand when backdrop is not touching the floor. I just can't. So let's go repin the fold and try to hang this again. Guys, this backdrop says love you to the moon and back. Super adorable. I like this backdrop a lot. I love the colors, I love the style, I love the design, and it looks amazing on camera. Now I need to make this backdrop look even better by steaming out all the wrinkles, because it looks pretty wrinkly. Now, this thing is very handy, very small, light, and does a really good job. I will link this thing in the description under the video. So let's go steam this out. Ready to inflate my balloons. I am using electric balloon pump. This is Zoom from Lauderdale Paper and Balloon Company. You can always use my code Anastasia10 for your first purchase, and if you're a new customer to Lauderdale Paper and Balloon Company. For the balloons, or about the balloons, I am using Tuftex and Qualatex together. I am using navy from Tuftex, spring lilac, Pyrewickle, I hope I pronounced that right, maybe not. Dark blue and purple violet from Qualatex. I will be using navy from Tuftex as my main color, as my main base, and then I will fill in spaces with the rest of the balloons. So I am taking 2 balloons and inflating them at the same time. Inflated my balloons into different sizes. Now I want to make my balloons a little bit more rounded, and I am pressing my balloons against the floor to give them more rounder shape. This step is absolutely optional. Some people like more elongated balloons. I like mine to be rounded. So after pressing my balloons, I am tying 2 balloons together into a pair. And if you want to press your balloons against the floor to get a rounder shape, if you will be overinflating your balloons, pressing against the floor or yourself won't work. Let some air out and then round your balloons. I will be mixing 11 with 17, and obviously I'm not mixing up the colors. Once you're done inflating your balloons and pairing them, time to cluster them. I am taking 2 different sizes pairs of balloons and aligning them together a couple of times to make sure everything is tied together. Grabbing another pair and adding and aligning everything. 1 more and adding on. And you will be getting these beautiful big clusters of balloons. Do the same with the rest of your balloons. I don't like to do this, but sometimes I make 5-inch balloons out of 11-inch balloons. I feel like if I am messing with 11-inch balloons, my 5-inch balloons out of 11 do not last as long as a normal 5-inch balloon. So here's what I'm doing. I am inflating this balloon just a little bit. This much, like a 5-inch balloon, and tying a knot. I am making sure that my knot is the top of my balloon and squishing my balloon in half, twisting, grabbing the tail and wrapping that tail a couple or a few times between the balloons. And now we're getting this. Now grabbing another one and doing exactly the same thing. Combining them together and aligning everything into a quad of balloons. And playing around with them, kind of rounding them up. And here you have a quad of 5-inch balloons. To construct this garland, let me show you inside how everything looks. Everything looks nice and tangled and very packed together. So I am using next of my clusters to construct this balloon garland. I'm simply reaching inside and finding the stretchiest neck that I could find, grabbing my second cluster and doing exactly the same thing, reaching inside and finding a stretchiest, most longest neck of my cluster, grabbing those 2 necks and tying them together. This technique will involve some of the finger strength because you need some finger strength to tie those 2 necks together. And I love this technique because you don't need to use any of the 260s or any fishing line to construct the balloon garland. And here's how everything looks together inside. They're all tied, and when you grab them by the balloons, they are very nice and secured together. I will be doing this with all of my darker blue balloons. I will keep the rest of my colors aside and I will fill in spaces with them a little bit later. I noticed that this technique works with good quality balloons the best because when I use cheaper balloons like Amazon balloons or dollar store balloons or Walmart balloons, even Party City balloons, the necks of my balloons, they just tear off and it just does not work. This technique does not work with cheaper balloons. So it's better to use this technique on good quality balloons like Tuftex, Decorative, Qualatex, or any other good balloons that you're using. Today I want to make a small balloon garland, maybe 2 smaller size balloon garlands, and really let the backdrop speak for itself, because I like the top of the backdrop. I love the stars and how bright they are, and the beauty of all this backdrop, in my opinion, is all the way up top. So I don't want to close it, and I want to stop at this balloon garland and probably hang this balloon garland on an angle just like this, and maybe create another balloon garland, like a tiny one on the other side. We'll see, but I feel like this is what I want to do right now. So I am grabbing curling ribbon and my scissors and tying this balloon garland to those safety pins that I pinned the pocket with, and tying the bottom of my balloon garland straight to the pipe in my frame. I want to build this corner up a little bit. It's a little bit empty, and I want to give a little more curve to my balloon garland. So I'm grabbing extra cluster of my balloons in navy and placing this cluster right over here to build it up. So I will be filling in this space with rubber bands. I am grabbing a rubber band, looping this rubber band over one of the balloons. Now I have this rubber band loop. I can go to any balloons on my balloon garland and loop it over, and my cluster will stay put. And twist and turn this cluster to find the perfect position of it. Absolutely do this trick with 260s balloons. Just tie a 260 to your cluster, wrap it around your balloon garland, and voila, you have a cluster sitting on your balloon garland. I like to use 2 rubber bands per cluster to secure my cluster in different spots to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. To attach this extra cluster of navy balloons, I am grabbing next our balloons and just adding on. For the rest of the balloons, it's totally up to you. It's your creativity. Grab a cluster, place it somewhere on the garland, step back, look at it, and see if you like it or not. If you like it, move forward. If you don't, go ahead and replace that cluster. With attaching these, I will be using rubber bands. You can use 260s, you can use glue dots, low temperature glue gun, whatever works for you. My final touch on this balloon garland, I am using these 260s balloons. These are chrome gold Qualatex balloons. I am inflating them with my hand pump halfway. Around like 4-3 pumps, and tying a knot. I want to make bubbles out of these balloons. So I am kind of squishing, pinching with my fingers and twisting. Holding on, do not let go your first one. Again, kind of pinching and twisting. Give it like 2-3 twists. Pinch, twist, and do it all the way. Do not let go of your first bubble. If you let go, everything will untangle. What I have when I reached the very end of my 260s. Now I am grabbing my glue dots and putting one glue dot between each bubble and gluing these 2 bubbles together. This will prevent my bubbles from untangling. I am trying to put my glue dots in different spots, not just on one side, because if I put glue dots on one side, your bubbles will curve this way only. So I am trying to put a glue dot here, here, over there, so that will give me a different kind of a shape of bubbles. Free to put your glue dots further away from the twist, kind of like on the balloon, because the further you put your glue dot, the more curve you will get out of your balloons. This is what I want to see out of my bubbles. I didn't shape this portion well enough. It doesn't have a lot of curves, but it will work. And to attach them, I am taking glue dashes and simply gluing them down with my glue dashes. Glue dashes are the best glue dots ever. I will link them in the description under the video. And glue them down. Voila! What I have for you guys today. This is my final setup. I really like the backdrop. It's very cute. I like the colors. I like the whole thing. The only minus for me is that this backdrop did not have that pocket where you put your pipe through. We had to pin it ourselves. The only minus in that. Other than that, love it. This garland, I like it. It's very unusual color palette and all of that stuff. But there's something that I can't put my finger on it, and something is throwing me off. It might be this lighter purple color, might be, I'm not sure. Or either I am missing something in this balloon garland. I needed to add something. I don't know. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Leave them in the comment section below. If you like the whole video, you guys, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That's always helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I will try my best to help you out. If you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more great ideas, and I hope you'll have a good one. I will share some pictures at the end of this video, and I will see you back in my next video. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, you guys. I felt like I wanted to go a little bit further with everything, and I feel like I like these marble balloons in my balloon garland. So I want to inflate a few here and there and focus them where I inserted these gold bubble balloons. We'll see. We'll see. Let's experiment a little bit. By the way, these are the balloons that I am using. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of these balloons, but these are from Qualatex. They are 11-inch, and I will link them in the description under this video. All right, now I'm done. Is it overboard? Maybe. Do I like it better? I do. Let me know your final thoughts in the comment section below. Bye!